afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. My name is Earl.
And my name is Marcia. We recently took part in a competition in the Family Home Center.
The competition had 30 participants and we have won this competition. As of this, the St. John Village Council, along with the MP of Tunapuno Piaku, gave us 2 devices to keep up this work.
We thank the PNM for these devices, and we also appreciate all the support from our families and the MP.
And most importantly, we thank everyone that helped us in this way, such as Mr. Keith, our pan leader, for encouraging us, and also Ms. Overo, our family, such as my sister, my brother, and everyone, my mother, and all who helped us in this way.
We thank Mr. Keith, our pan teacher, for teaching us these basic songs that we learn on steel pan.
In this COVID-19 pandemic, it was challenging to be part of this pan group, but yet still, we made our effort. We also thank Mr. Keith Selena for giving us the extra push to get these songs and also to win this competition.
We thank our parents for supporting us and pushing us to these songs so we could win, and we could also look forward to having a brighter future.
We thank you all, and all who's watching, just remember, wear a mask, wash your hands. Thank you.
Yes, good day, Trinidad and Tobago. This is Esmond Ford, your Member of Parliament for Tunapuna, and we are in the St. John community today. To be exact, St. John Road, Upper St. John Road, and we are the Flamingos Youth Steel Orchestra, Panyard, and we are here today in order to just give gratitude, gratefulness, thanks to all the youth that participate in the Flamingos Youth Steel Orchestra. Flamingos, I understand, is older than me, you know what I mean? I think you all know my age by now. I'm in my 50s, and Mr. Carlos Rose would have founded this band many, many years ago. And today, we have the main director as Keith Selena, right? Keith Selena is the secret contractor in the area, a community activist in the real sense. Football, cricket, whatever you want up at the mount, once you ask for Keith Selena, you will be able to find it. So he has taken charge of this development now. I know he's getting some assistance from Dr. Salah, who operates out of Canada. And we also have the Village Council, which basically the live wire these days is Mom's Lorna Rivero. Right, so they have come together and they have brought out the youths in the community. As you would know, the 2 young Earls, both boy and girl, would have just won the competition that they would have participated in. As the MP for the area, I would have contributed 2 devices in order to assist them, you know, in their day-to-day activities. And we continue to try our best to ensure that the community of St. John continue to benefit. Flamingo Panyard, as you can see, we have some work to do on it. The land has not been vested in anyone just as yet, but as the MP, along with the Tunapuna Piaku Regional Corporation, along with the Village Council and the community is trying to acquire this spot of land here in order that we can enhance the Panyard or the Pan facility or the Pan theatre, as they now call it in Trinidad and Tobago. So again, as the Member of Parliament, Mr. Selena has my support. You know, we would use this Panyard for various things. We would have had hamper distribution. We would have used it in order to have little fundraisers, to have little activities, barbecue, whatever in the community. This Flamingo Panyard is a beehive. And I really would like to thank Mr. Keith Selena, the Village Council, and the community. And most important, the parents. Because if the parents don't send out their children in order to be part of this grouping, you know, we would be lost. And thanks to the children also for coming out. We are trying our best as a community in order to ensure that we do our part. But most important, we need to ensure that the children do their part also. So again, I am grateful for this opportunity in order to speak not only to the Tunapuna constituents, but to the wider public. And as we know, we'll be all over the world, right? Because the internet is far and wide. So as the Member of Parliament, Esmond Ford, I'm grateful for this opportunity. And I'm thankful for the youths of the area for participating in Flamingos Youth Steel Orchestra. I thank you. Oh, most important, during this COVID season, be safe, be wise, wash your hands, sanitize, wear your mask, and most important, go and vaccinate. Thank you.
Recently, the Renewal Hope Family Center held a competition, a talent competition. And to our great joy, Marcia and Sean Earl won the competition out of 30 participants. And they are members of the Flamingos Steel Orchestra. The village council, of which I'm a member, was very proud to hear that. So we posted it on our page. And our MP got involved in it and wondered how we could reward these children because he thought it was a great achievement. And so do I. I also represent our school, which you can see is next to us here. Now, Marcia and Sean, both are pupils. Marcia is a past pupil because she's in secondary school now. And they have always been interested in music. Now, we know that music is very important. As an educator, I'm saying this. It's very important in the all-round development of a child. It wakes up your brain. It helps you to function better, helps you with doing better in the other subjects. So this is why you might find a lot of people letting their children participate in music. Now that is of particular importance that we look at our local culture and steel pan being the only new instrument which some children don't even know for in the 20th century. And the fact that these two children have excelled in it, we are looking forward to better things. The principal of our school, Ms. Bernadette Averly Naked, is very, very interested in having children of the school learn the pan. And she, in collaboration with Mr. Pete Salina, has organized classes for the children twice per week. But this has slowed down because, of course, there is no school because of the COVID.
Yeah, because of the Flamingos Youth Steel Orchestra. Right? We have two of the children who was entered for a annual Christmas talent competition, and they came first. You know, so we hear basically about them and what we're doing in the community from Steel Band. It's a brother and sister team. They are the most consistent, and the support was always 125% from their elder sister and the mother. So during the pandemic, they were the only two children that was coming out. So we moved the barnyard from here to Home by Me. And they were coming, they was doing some songs, you know, and we did a song, the Air Maker, and I submit that to the Renewed Hope Family Center and the Care Foundation, and they is the one who held the tournament, the competition. And well, they won. Right? They had 30 people taking part, 30 children. It was for actually teenagers up to the age of 18, and they won. Right? We got the village council with Ms. Lorna, who is here representing the village council. They came on board. They posted up some things about it because they both attended the St. Benedict School too. Of this Ms. Lorna again is part of our ex-pupil organization. And then the MP, Mr. Esmond Ford, he found it necessary to also get on board. And he donated 2 devices, which is 2 tablets, as a form of encouragement and as an incentive for what they achieve. Right, so basically today is about Sean and Marcia Earl and the Flamingos Youth Steel Orchestra, of which I am president. But I must take this opportunity to mention 2 names. Dr. Sarah Wilson, who is the one I've been really, I want to use the word begging, you know, for me to be part of this whole organization. So for the past 4 years, I have been the one chief cook, bottle washer and everything in Flamingos. And I also want to mention Joggy, Anthony Rose. Everything I know about pan come from Anthony Rose. He is the one who really did give me a break. I never played for Carnival with Flamingos, and I went straight into the States because of Anthony Rose. So I'm here today because of Anthony Rose. Must mention that. I can't say what year Flamingos formed, but I joined Flamingos in 1975. I actually started playing pan with Amoko Radix. I don't know if you hear that band, it's a band from Miaro. Right? I started playing pan there, and I came down and was living at my eldest brother in Mosika. And at the time, Flamingos needed a bassman. I used to play 6 bass at the time. So I came right in, and again, because of Joggy, into the stage side of Flamingos. When I did join Flamingos, which is something I always wanted to do. Because in the early days, it's like Flamingos and Carib Tokyo, these is the band used to make records. So once you hear a steel band on the radio, you know whether it's either Tokyo or Desperados, Flamingos. To me, Flamingos was one of the sweetest songing bands. I always wanted to be a member of Flamingos, so I take the opportunity, join Flamingos, and when I came into Flamingos, Flamingos had the largest stage side in Trinidad. From there, well, one thing moved to our next. 1981, a few of us left Flamingos and went with Armin Mohammed and formed Exodus Steel Orchestra. So I'm a founding member of Exodus Steel Orchestra. I last there for about 9 months, and I find the attitude was like the same when we was in Flamingos. And as a young person, you know, seeing the whole thing about Exodus, because Exodus didn't come from the Bible. That's where Exodus name came from. Right? And the movements of Jah people. The Jah people move, but they move with the same old attitude from Flamingos. So we had a meeting, and I tell my manager, when he asked me, well, Pete, I was the youngest member on the management team actually. He said, Pete, what do you have to say? I said, listen, I think I have enough band and going quickly. And I took out a pan, went up, Carnivals with the tones, and then came back into Flamingos for a little while. And here I am. I said, not knowing how here today, you know, being the president of Flamingos Steel Orchestra and being the one who imparted music on the young brothers. Which is the origin of Dr. Saka.